I like to remind myself daily to be grateful for the good in my life and in the lives of others. It helps me to refocus my mental lens to not allow the difficulties and the challenges to overtake me so much so that I get into this cycle of negative thinking. We all have this tendency to focus our mind on every little negative thing and we talk about it. We obsess over it. It seems like we are addicted to negativity. And this is why there's so much gossip in the world. I think it's just human behavior. But what we should do is take the time to practice developing a mindset that's grateful for the good in life. That's what gratitude is. So I want to share with you, I would say 7 things that help me to think about the good in my life. This is uncut, me just speaking straight from the cuff. I don't have any script or any real detailed, organized thoughts. I'm just going to go over my 7 things. Number 1, we should be grateful for the life that we have. The fact that you woke up this morning is something that you should be grateful for and you should celebrate. Now, when I say celebrate, I'm just talking about having a mindset that is positive and happy. You don't have to spend money or make a big announcement. You just need to focus on the fact that you are alive today. I have a friend who owns a funeral and cremation business. And when I talk to them, they always remind me of this simple fact. We don't know when our time is, but we know our time is coming. We should be grateful, have an attitude of gratitude, one that appreciates the fact that you awakened this morning. That's good. So you can check the box. If you're one of those people who get up in the morning and you start thinking about all the things that are going to go wrong or have gone wrong the previous day, the first thing you can do to help bring your mind to a state of calm and peace is to just be thankful for the fact that you have life that day. Even with your problems, to say, man, I have problems, but I'm grateful today because I have life. And that means I have the ability to overcome these problems or solicit the help of others to solve these problems. Or in some cases, you just have to accept there's nothing I can do about this. I just got to let it go. There's nothing I can do. The second thing I think we should focus on, and this is to me the most important one, are the people in our lives. There are so many people who contribute to our success, our well-being, our ability to bounce back from setbacks, to recover from some of the most harsh circumstances. Don't ever forget the contributions they made in your life to help you to get to where you are or to even sustain you emotionally, mentally, and sometimes financially when you are going through difficult times. People matter. All of us are for someone else. We are here for people. And I've heard the phrase, and I'm sure you have too, your network is your net worth. I truly believe that is a fact of life. I think it's a universal principle. That's why I don't understand when leaders, governments, or communities oppress people, harm people, don't do things in the interest of people. All we have are each other. It's just, to me, unnatural for us to cause any harm to each other. People, you have people in your life, celebrate them, call them, text them. You know, one of the things I do every week is I send out a text. I call people. I have a long list of people in my network. I check in. It takes me sometimes a month to get around to all the people in my network. And I try very hard to reach out to people every single day to let someone know I'm thinking about you. This is family, friends, associates, and even sometimes my enemies. Life is too short to be focusing on the negative things and being unforgiving and recalling all the bad things that happened to you. Yes, I know people have hurt you. People have hurt me. But the reality of it is that the quality of my life is based on my attitude, not the negative people. But I need to recognize that people, they help me to have a positive attitude. Even the negative people, they help me to focus on the good in my life and the good people, and to love them and to learn the lessons from even those people who have failed me. Number 3 is your health. I work out every day. I'm in that gym, and if I'm not in that gym, I'm outside walking, running, cycling. If I'm not doing those things, it's yoga. It's some form of exercise every day. I'm doing something to keep my body healthy. But even with that, I've noticed some changes in my body that I just can't stop no matter what I do. I have several doctor's appointments scheduled to help me to deal with some different challenges. It's just a part of life. Your health is all you have. It is the most important thing to me. If your health is not great, you can't do anything. You can have all the money in the world, but if your health is not great, it won't matter. You can have all the possessions, the fame, the recognition, but if your health is not great, it won't matter. And this is why I think you should be systematic in taking care of your health. You should exercise daily, drink the proper amount of water, eat the right foods. If you don't know what the right foods are, learn what they are. Hire a nutrition if you can afford one, a nutritionist. Do everything in your power to take care of your health. And I'm not just talking about your physical health. I'm talking about your mindset too. And this is why I focus on mindset so much, because your mindset can impact your organs. There's tons of research on this. Thinking negatively will impact your organs. We are chemicals, hormones, electricity, and all these things are connected to our mind. This is why gratitude is so important. How you think impacts your body, your total health. And if you are one of those people who is suffering from some sort of trauma and you have all this drama in your life, what I want to encourage you to do is seek help from a professional, someone who is licensed and credentialed. Listen, get over that stigma of going to a therapist. Because I know many of you think that, man, if I do that, there is this fear or pain that I have to address that I don't want to deal with. And I understand that. Let me say that respectfully. I totally understand that. I get it. But I'm telling you from experience, when you go to a therapist, someone who can help you, it will equip you with the tools you need to deal with those challenges. And listen, it doesn't mean that your life is going to be perfect. It doesn't mean that they're going to solve every problem for you. It will help you to raise your awareness and deal with those things that are unseen, unknown, and hard to figure out. But they are impacting you. They are affecting you and others around you. So deal with your health. Manage your means better. When I say your means, I'm talking about your time, your talents, and treasure. And treasure obviously is your money. Why is this so important? Okay, because we need our money, our resources to survive and thrive. We need our money, our resources, and our skills to survive and thrive. Other people depend on our money and resources. We have to pay taxes for our community to benefit from certain social services, right? It's just the way the world works. We have to use our money to sustain our families. I mean, this is nothing new. This is nothing earth-shattering. But here's what I wanted to share with you that I think we underestimate the most, and that is the use of our time. Time is a non-renewable resource. If we manage our time properly, if we focus our energy on maximizing the opportunities to help us to improve our lives, improve our financial situation. That includes our education, our skills development, whether you go to a formal institution or whether you learn through some form of trade school. However you learn, you need to dedicate time to do these things. And time is a measurement of progress and growth. And so what you need to understand is that your time is a gift to you to utilize while you are here on earth this short period. And you must maximize it, not just for yourself, but also for others who will benefit from your skills and your abilities, because only you can do what you were created to do in this entire universe. There's no one like you. And this is why you need to focus your time, to organize yourself, to create a schedule. I have a routine. I time box things because I want a specific outcome that's in my control, depending on what I do with the time that I have. Now, whether you're a person who like to create lists or a person who like to produce a whole plan in a spreadsheet, it doesn't matter. What does matter is that you take time to organize your life, to set smart goals, to be specific about exactly what it is that you want to accomplish, to measure, are you really doing that thing? Are you consistently practicing that thing? Are you moving in that direction? I didn't say perfect. I said consistently moving in the direction that you need to go. Are you faithful and committed to that specific thing that you should be doing? Do you even know what it is? Have you taken time to discover it? Have you asked questions? Have you sought help from a coach, a mentor, someone who can help you to define and consistently refine what it is that you envision yourself doing? Do you have an action plan? Do you have something in writing so it's not a daydream or just a vision, or you have good intentions about something but you're not doing it? You must have an action plan. Is it realistic? Look at your current circumstances. Do you need more money? What do you need to do? Do you need more resources? Have you sought wisdom from someone who perhaps they have already accomplished what you're endeavoring to do? I mean, you really need to be smart about your goals. And then, of course, you have to have time. What does the time commitment look like? Be committed, be devoted, because here's the thing. It's your life. You're responsible for your life. You can't blame anybody. Yes, there are things in this world that may not work in your favor. Perhaps there are systems designed to prevent you from achieving certain goals. But what about those people who have overcome those things? What did they do? This is what you have to ask yourself. How am I managing my time? If you don't like the job you have, the career you currently are in, whatever it is, relationship, location, whatever it is, what are you doing with your time? This all goes under your means. You are a steward of your time. You can't point the finger or blame anyone else for what you're responsible for managing. Number 5 is your mindset. Now, some of these they're kind of redundant. They overlap, but I'm breaking them out so you can qualify and quantify exactly what does it mean to be grateful and positive and content about. Like, what does gratitude really mean? Your mindset. You need to think about your thinking. What do you think about? Do you journal? Do you write out your thoughts? Do you reflect? Look back to move forward. Do you understand that you are the cause of how you live, not someone else? You are the one who reacts to what other people say. And don't get me wrong, people will say negative things. People will hurt you. They will disappoint you. But your reaction or response is based on your mindset. Do you always look for the bad or the good? Now, as I said before, we have a tendency to think negatively. But are you more consistent thinking negatively or positively? And if you are more on the negative side, why? Ask yourself, why am I so negative? And be honest, if people have shared with you, hey, you are negative, this is your thing, this is your issue, don't take it so personally. Take the time to understand, why do they think that way about me? It's your life. It's your responsibility to manage your mindset. Do you self-medicate, taking in unhealthy drugs and medicine that you know you shouldn't be taking? But you're doing it to inebriate the pain in your life because you're not addressing your own mindset. What are you doing to protect your mindset? What are you doing to improve your mindset? Are you seeking professional advice? If not, why? What do you read? Do you read? See, reading shapes your mindset more than anything. Learning. Are you learning something new every day, every week? Okay, if it's not every day, then is it every week? If it's not every week, is it every month? I seek to learn something new every day. Why? Because I want to expand my mindset. I want to see things differently. I want to become conscious of things that I'm unconscious of that are for my benefit. And it requires intentional, deliberate efforts to learn. And so you have to ask yourself, am I learning something? What do I need to learn? Why do you need to learn? Because learning equals growth. Growth equals change. And if you have a goal to improve yourself, then you're changing for the better. Your mindset. And recognize the type of mindset you have, it will impact people around you. We are influencing each other every day. We're not even conscious of our influence. Because the mind, the way it works is that it records everything. And we act on those things that influence us. That's why you have to be careful about who you associate, work with, recreate with, or whatever you do in your circle of friends and associates and colleagues. They are impacting your mindset. And if you journal and you record your pattern of behavior, you will see what I'm talking about. If you're honest with yourself, you need to hang around the best people for your life, the best people. And you need to define what the best people for your life is. Because if you have a goal for your life, you will make sure that there are people in your life who will not be influencing you in a way that will take away from the opportunity for you to grow. The sixth thing is learn the lessons. You know, I was on my way to my office, and there's this house on this particular street that's being worked on. They're doing construction, and there's this big dumpster out front. And while I was passing, I noticed I heard this bump. And as I continued to drive, it kept going bump, 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 bump. As I accelerated, bump, 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 bump. And you know what it was? It was a huge nail in my car. I mean, it was huge. It was like, it looked like it was about half an inch. And I was like, dang. I don't need this right now. And of course, you know, my tire deflated and it's cold outside. So here I am. I'm doing what we naturally do. I start thinking about the negative things. It's cold outside. Now I got to get this tire, you know, replaced. I have to put on my donut. I mean, I'm going through all these steps I have to take. And then I told myself, okay, first of all, I started thinking counterintuitively. Instead of thinking about the negative things, I started thinking about the lesson I need to learn from this, okay? And so I created my own lesson. I said, okay, first of all, when I see construction and I see a big dumpster on a narrow street, okay, just take a different street, because if I know it, and I've traveled this path often, so I knew this, and this dumpster had been there, I think for months, so I knew better. So I said, okay, don't go that route. Don't assume that nothing will happen. Nails will hit you. So then I started going a different route. And I told myself, okay, this is what I need to do in the future. What's the lesson? And all that you deal with in life, there is a lesson, something you can learn from the experience. Even the most negative people are teaching you something. They're either teaching you how not to live or how to live. And one of the things I do is I keep in my circle of friends, colleagues, and associates, those individuals who teach me what not to do with my life. And one of the reasons why I do that is because I want to remind myself that my life could potentially turn out to be like theirs if I do the same things they did to get into that negative situation that's causing them so much pain emotionally, physically, financially, and even spiritually. What is the lesson that I need to learn is the question I'm asking myself. And that's the question you need to ask yourself. What lesson do I need to learn every day? This is why I think journaling is so important, or taking notes, however you do it, is looking back to look ahead. You look back to look ahead and you record that lesson. You say, you know what, this thing right here is something I need to learn. And let me say, when you learn a lesson, even if it's your own lesson, don't be so negative about it. Like if you did something, you caused this problem. I was listening to a brother the other day, and he was sharing with me how years ago he used to take all these drugs that were not healthy. He was out there in the street doing things he should not have been doing. And he said something that I really respected. He said, I caused my own pain in my life. He made a conscious decision to do the things that he was doing. This is a lesson that I had to learn for myself. And I said, you know, what are the things that I'm doing that's causing me pain? I paused. I stopped blaming people, circumstances in the environment. And I said, what are the things that I'm doing? Then I also said to myself, okay, what are the things that I'm doing that's good for me, that's helping me? And then I recorded those things, and I look at those things, and I put them in this routine for myself. Okay, these habits that I perform, and I said these things are helping me learn the lesson. The last thing I want to share with you is take action on whatever it is that you need to do. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have a plan. Action trumps strategy. All this overthinking we do, action is better than anything. You know, one of the things I have to do every year is I have to seek opportunities for speaking engagements and reach out to new people. And I have a plan. I have a strategy. I have a target audience. I have all those things. I have a system. Yeah. But you know what? The thing that makes the biggest impact is taking action. It's action. Action can be the small micro things that you do every day that add up to the big things. Action. What are your actions? Are you taking action in your life? Like, do you really take the time to be your own agent of success? You have to be your own agency. You have to reclaim your agency. You have to make a difference in your life. You must do what is necessary to have a great life. And yes, you're going to make mistakes. Yes, people are going to judge you. People are going to reject you. People are not going to accept you. But let me just say this. Listen, you're not for everybody, but you're for somebody. Think about the people who made a difference in your life because they took action. Listen, those are the 7 things that I want to encourage you to do as you enter into 2026, to look for the good in life and do these 7 things. This will help you to develop that attitude of gratitude more than anything else. Keep it simple, be practical, make it plain, be consistent. When you fall, pick yourself back up or solicit help from others. But whatever you do, don't quit. I'm Stephen Garner. This is Uncut. Take your cues from me and live a great life. NEXCUE.